All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to change the gross margin column here. Now we already have gross margin here and you can see the numbers visually. So let's try to bring quantity sold, right? And let's try to see how much of it was sold in the last year and then compare it with all the years they were in business, or they want to see that data in that period of time. Okay, so this is based on the data we have. So for example, let's say we go here. All right, now as you can see here, so this is the year column, so we have data for 3 years, so this is the period we are interested to know what's happening. So let's say that we want to know the sales or the quantity of sales right about here for the last year, which is 2016, and compare it to the total sales of 2014, 15, and 16, right? So what's it gonna say? It's going to pictorially tell you what share of monies has come in the last year. Okay, all right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make some changes. So first of all, you need to select it. You need to go to column 3 and you need to change this to, let's say, Q sold or whatever you want to call it. Or you can also bring in the data from a column name if you want, as possible, by doing the binding here. Okay. All right, now this is where you're gonna change the cell template. So first of all, let's go to a fraction pie comparison chart. All right, and now you have two things you need to do, which is the actual value and the benchmark value. Okay, so the actual value is going to be the 2016 cell. Okay, so let's go there now. Okay, so this is the Q sold here and this is 2016. Okay, so you need to select on 2016 and say okay. All right, now you have a rather unassuming selection here, which is called selection is relative in a row. If you actually disable it, what's going to happen is the data is only going to be shown for that specific cell and is not going to take the other cells in the for the other categories, that is. So this is important and it's by default selected. So just in case if this is not selected and things don't work out, you can always come back and select this. Okay, now benchmark value is obviously the total sales for that category across all the years, right? Or the time span you're interested in this specific data set. So something like this cell, and since this is relative, you could probably select any cell which is a result and then it will understand what you're trying to do. Okay, that's it. So let's go ahead and save this real quick now and let's run this real quick. Okay, let's see. Okay, there you go. So this is the representation of money sold. So if you want to change this to, let's say, something more meaningful, which is money sold last year, or let me say last year, last versus all, or something like that, I mean, of course you don't want to have something like this in a report, but you're going to have some combination of header value decided by the team, so you're going to use that. Okay, so it doesn't show here. You need to click out of the cell, so then it automatically saves, as you can see here. Now let's go back. All right, so now it makes sense. What it's saying is that, so this is right adjusted. As you can see, the column is this big. You can always make it center as fine as possible. So we'll see those nuances in the next videos. For now, we want to check the data if this is correct. Okay, so how do you do that? So just keep in mind that this is 25,500 and this is 44,800. So in 2016, the sales was almost three quarters, and in for this belts and bags, the sales was in between quarter and a half. All right. So let's go and verify. So there are many ways to verify. People build a cross table and then just look at the numbers. You can have any method you like. If you want, you can have a paper printed out for all you know. All right, so let's go to quantity sold here real quick, and there you go. So in 2016, we did have about 16 million here, or whatever these numbers are. So 16 is the number here for us. Yeah, so all of zeros after that. So 16950, and that is roughly 3/4 of 25,650. And for belts, bags, and wallets, it was 16350, and in 44, that is less than a half. So sounds about right. So this is the data which we want, and of course you can change the year just by selecting a different cell, and that's important when you're trying to be specific in what you want to show. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Good going.